How's it going, everybody? My name is Nathan Grimes. Today, I want to kind of share a little bit of a story on how my day kind of started. So, I woke up this morning. I had a few sales for that I tried to set up for yesterday, actually, and I wanted to start my day early because of that. I rolled out of bed pretty early, went and got going. Um, this is all going to lead into the message I'm trying to get across today. So, today, I was going around my house looking for boxes, looking for packing tape, like looking for all these different things, even trying to print off shipping labels, and nothing wanted to work for me. Like I didn't have any tape. I didn't have like my printer wasn't working. I was out of ink. All these different things that I thought should just be there in my life wasn't there. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to take it a bad way. Like that's to most people that would be starting your day off wrong. To me, I was like, all right, like bet, like I'm going to figure this out. So I go ahead and I run down to the post office, just hoping that they'd be willing to print it up for me. The dude there was an absolute asshole to me. He started laughing at me, going, "No, we don't print shit up here, and we don't tape boxes either." He's like, you need to go do that somewhere else and then bring it back." Unfortunately, I have to use the post office through eBay, so I was like, all right, like, appreciate you, sir. Thank you. And I left. I was still nice to him. I made sure I went on my way to be nice because he might have been having a bad day and me being kind to him might have changed something. So I left and I went to a FedEx office about 5, 6 miles away. And I get there and the guy there was super helpful. By the way, I recommend FedEx to anybody. They completely changed my day around. They helped me out. The dude printed up my shipping label, helped me get my box taped up, everything. Didn't even charge me. That was super helpful. So I kept that positivity. That good thing came back and happened. So I was like, okay, now I got to find a new post office because I'm not going back to that one. So I found a post office nearby, not too far. I went there and I found out that wasn't actually a post office. Then I found it was a little bit further than that. Got there, or I was on my way there. I was crossing through a stop sign. I came to a complete stop at this stop sign, looked to my left, and sure enough, there is a cop showing in the right-hand turn lane. So there's a right-hand turn lane, and a left-hand turn lane for this stop sign for a four-way stop. I came to a complete stop, looked at her, literally waved at her, and I could tell that she was like kind of sitting there just looking to get people who were rolling through the stop sign. And as I start going, she tries driving forward and understands she's in the right-hand turn lane. So I stop and she like slams on her brakes and then literally starts like just waving at me like aggressively. And I was like, all right, like she's probably gonna pull me over. Like we'll see what happens. Start going through the stop sign and sure enough, she turns out of the turn lane and follows me and throws her lights on immediately. So instead of taking it like, oh man, this day's just getting worse, I was just kind of like, okay, like let's see what she has to say. She came up to the door. She was just like, "Do you know why I pulled you over today?" I was like, "Ma'am, I actually have no idea why you pulled me over today." And I really, for the love of God in me, like didn't know why. And she said that I had rolled through the stop sign, and even though you applied your brakes, you did not come to a complete stop. And I kindly let her know, going, "Ma'am, like I think you believe that. However, I came to a complete stop. I even waved at you, and then I kept going. You were in the right-hand turn lane, so I didn't believe you were going to roll straight. I thought you were just there to catch people who were like speeding through or rolling through. And then you made an unsmart move going forward, and I ended up getting the brunt of that." And she's just like, "Well, you almost caused an accident. Can I get your license, registration, and all this other stuff?" I was like, "Okay, man, like, yeah, here it is." And she came back and she's just like, "Look, like, I may have been wrong. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do this as an advisory stop and you're free to go." And so I got everything and I took off. But what I want to get at is if I would have reacted negatively or if I would have reacted hastily, I would have gotten a ticket and my day would have continuously have gotten worse. If I would have reacted differently at the post office, things would have gotten worse and I would have been just kicking myself while I was down. Because if you go throughout your day and things continuously just pile on and get worse, if you allow them to, will just create a snowball effect and ruin your day. If I had allowed that dude at the post office to ruin my day, or if I allowed that box that I was trying to get packaged up to ruin my day, I probably would have gotten probably like a $300, $400 ticket today. But instead, because I kept battling everything with positivity and I kept battling everything with the right mindset and understanding what was happening and taking a step back, I was able to avoid a bad situation. And yeah, like there's other things that happened today, but instead of taking it the wrong way, like my barber wasn't at work today. That's fine. I'll go tomorrow. I didn't take it the wrong way. I just rescheduled and I left. But I was able to get other things done. I was able to react differently. And I just want to show you guys that you have the absolute power to control how your life goes. And if you want to have a positive lifestyle, if you want to have a positive outlook, then you can do that. It's up to you on how you react in certain situations. Like if you would have looked at me like hell a fucking year ago and I went through the same day that I just had, I would probably literally just be in bed because I was so freaking pissed off. Like I just woke up from a nap. I'm feeling good. But I'm trying to really emphasize to you guys, just you have control of your positivity. So I'm going to roll through a little bit of a message with you guys that I put together on how to manage your stress with positive attitudes. So it's straight to power manifestation. I have a book that I recommend to you guys. If you have not read it, it will change your life. It is called You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. You could probably get it for like 10, 15 bucks on Amazon. It's a really easy read. And what I really like to see at least one person on this call do is purchase that book and really apply everything that Jen talks about. Some of the stuff she talks about is kind of cheesy, but it works. If you apply that mentality to your life and really try to change things, you will see a huge difference in your life. That was one book that I personally read that changed my life. It really helped me change the way I perceive things. It helped me change the language, just changing my language from a negative language to a positive language. What I'm talking about with that is when you get a problem or something bad happens, instead of seeing it as a problem, there's a way to improve that. You could say, oh, I have a situation. And there's even a way to improve off of a situation. Instead of saying, oh, I have a situation, you can go, I'm being faced with a challenge. And that challenge can even be improved. Me personally, I love to see, hey, yes, I've been faced with a challenge, but I love to fold that over into, hey, I've just been given an opportunity. Somebody out there, like if I don't know what you believe in, if you believe in like God, Buddha, whatever, the universe, understand that somebody out there, a higher power, even if you believe that you yourself are a God, you are being faced with a challenge. You are being faced with an opportunity. You're being given an opportunity to make a difference. And how you react with that opportunity is going to dictate whether or not you move on to the next challenge or opportunity. And you got to see it kind of like a video game almost. You beat a boss level, whatever. You get a reward. And this is your challenge and reward throughout your life. Treating that person nicely, like even if everything's going wrong, treating that person nicely is going to be your challenge and your reward. And then you're going to see everything start folding back tenfold. So just remember, when life produces a challenge or difficulty, it is the universe, God telling you to see, or like testing you to see if you are ready for the next level. There are challenges that get harder, but the rewards also become more lucrative mentally, emotionally, and physically. So you're going to get rewarded in different aspects of your life. You're going to see different challenges and opportunities in different aspects of your life. And it's your job to, one, recognize them. That's one of the hardest things to do, is recognize, hey, I'm being challenged, or I'm being faced with an opportunity. And two is the reaction to it. I'm going to keep coming back to the reaction portion. You can keep going through these things, and you might see the same challenge 15 times because you haven't gotten it right yet. For 2-3 years, I was faced with the same freaking challenge of patience. I was tested on my patience daily for almost 2.5 years because I didn't get it through my thick skull that I needed to learn to become patient. And the crazy thing is every challenge and opportunity that I've been given up to this point in life has led me directly to where I am right now. Teaching you guys and telling you guys how you should really start to perceive the world and how you should change your vision of the world. And I just believe truly to my core that everybody here is just destined for something great, but they're not opening their eyes to see the bigger picture. Instead of taking things negatively, instead of thinking, why do all these bad things happen to me? Start thinking, why don't I go out and make the good things happen to me? Why don't I go out there and kick the shit out of the bad things? You perceive your reality 100%. Everything you do is in here. If you want a negative lifestyle, it's coming from here. If you want a positive lifestyle, it's coming from here. Everybody here has that power. Everybody. And I'm telling you, because I came from a super dark place. I used to be one of the most negative people. I literally would go through the day just saying, fuck, I want to go home. And I would say that over and over and over. And guess what? I was always unhappy. I was miserable. So try to be the person that just spreads positivity, and almost annoyingly, like every little bad thing that happens, laugh at it. Because guess what? If you believe in like God or like whatever you believe in, I want you to go out there and be like, every time something bad happens, it's the devil challenging you, going, come back here. I don't want you to do great things. Every time you've got something bad going, like starting to happen, recognize it and see it as a challenge that, hey, I'm onto something, and a higher power out there doesn't want me to have it. They don't want you to have it. That negative energy, the devil, whatever you want to think of it as, is trying to pull you back down to that level so that you can't break through to the next level and get further away. All right, so you got God, you got the universe, you have all these different powers pulling you up and giving you opportunities to go up, and then you have the devil tempting you to come back down. You have that negative energy tempting you to come back down. It's yin and yang. Everything is going to try to balance out. What you have to do is you have to make sure your light shines brighter than the darkness. You have to be the beacon for others. Every time things get gloomy, you as a leader need to be the beacon of light. You have to be the one that shows everybody the direction they need to go. And you have to do it through how you act and through your actions. Because every time you're going to have everybody in your team looking to you to lead them out of whatever they're in. You could have somebody going through a death, a divorce, anything. Like they could be having a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, a bad life. And they're just looking for somebody to care. Somebody to show them what they need to do to live life happy. So be that person that goes out and manifests that happiness. Be that person that just spreads light. Be that person that just glows and does it in the best and purest way possible. And if you do everything with the right reason, everything will work out. So right now I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Does anybody have any questions, anything they want to add to the call? Feel free to unmute yourself and start talking.
Well, Nathan, I was just going to let you know that the book you can get it on eBay even cheaper for $4 $4 or $5.
Perfect. Yeah, $4. And I guarantee if you guys like knock it out, you can probably read it in 3-4 days. It's really not a hard read. There's like 160, maybe 200 pages, if that. It's a very good read, and I recommend people go and get it. If you truly apply the teachings, it will change your life in a drastic way.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything to add? No? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the call. You guys have a great Tuesday. It's still the beginning of the week. If things aren't going your way, you can make a difference. You can change. Let's get it. We still have 3 more days for the trading week, and let's go. You got this.